if you were to sell 10% of your business for, let's say, 50 million naira, you instantly have a company that is 500 million naira, automatically. Take it to Dr. Tony. Will he not support you more? He will. Entrepreneurs, are we ready, or are we holding on tightly to small businesses? The second thing on mindset is courage. Growth is a choice. Don't wait for perfect conditions, they'll never come. I can tell you that for free. Most businesses stay small out of fear of the unknown, fear of taking a loan. And ladies, let me talk to you here now. What if? They've de-risked. Go in, you'll find a way. We have enough intelligence in the room to make it work. Of course, I'm not talking about careless risk, I'm talking about calculated risk. Growth and scaling needs intentionality. Courage is a muscle. The more you do, the more you grow. When I started, I couldn't even fire. I could hire, but I couldn't fire. So what I would do is, if I wanted somebody to go out, I'd tell my mother, who was my silent partner, and she'd come and do the firing. That's not even the worst thing. I couldn't come to work for 4 more days, just in case I find that person. But I've grown. Today I can hire and fire as needed to be. The other thing is a resilient mindset. If strategy is what we are calling the map, resilience is what I'm calling the engine. Guys, if I wore the scars of my 30 years on me, I'd be walking around here today like a mom, in bandages, because the scars are many and they are deep. But you learn to forgive yourself. You learn to get over them. And how do you do this? I have what I call a PAL framework. You operate within your purpose. So when the blow comes, because it is coming, you're so clear that you're going to stay in your purpose, that you say, I'll live to fight another day. Sometimes you have to pivot and change, but because you're passionate, you will stay. Energy. Audit your energy. Don't do things that you don't like. Those are the ones that you delegate fastest. And then, so make sure you do things that make you happy. Adaptability, learn to be adaptable. Relational. Develop what I call a personal board of directors. People around you. They could be your friends. They could be the most craziest friend who just makes you laugh. That's okay. But that is what keeps you whatever. And laughter. Learn to laugh and forgive yourself, like I said. There's something I had wanted to show you, but I don't know if you have the slide before that. The black tea, I think I told you about that. I did the ginger tea, which took off because it was different. And I couldn't crack the black tea market. Now, the black tea market was 99% of the market, so I had to crack it. I tried 5 times in 15 years, 5. I changed the name, I changed the design, I changed the marketing, but I did not quit. Why? Because I knew I had to crack it. And today, we cracked it maybe 15 years ago. We matched the product to look like the flavored tea, so that one took off, and then we even came up with a gold premium, and that one took off. So my message is about just not letting things put you down. And as I conclude, I want us to ask ourselves, as I conclude, I just want to summarize. How do we win this war of building our SMEs from small to large to global? Because we can. Number 1, read the outside world, the external. Don't wait for policy to settle, it will never settle. But double down and do your work. Join associations and influence policy if you have to. Number 2, build your internal capacity. Clarity of purpose, foundation, systems, leadership, do it. And number 3, show up with the right mindset. Collaborate, choose courage, build resilience. Like I said, it's like a muscle. It's not the biggest who actually thrive. It's the most adaptable. And maybe that is what has given me my 30 years. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to leave you with a challenge. In the next 30 days, what will you change? What will you address? Start there and continue every other month developing something different. I have actually written a book on those principles that I was sharing. It will be at the back. Obviously, I didn't bring enough, but anybody wanting to know more about that, that's there. My legacy, because I've done 30 years of in the grind. Now I want to sit back, but continue. I'm the one who still gives the vision. This is where Melvin's is going. We are now going global, and we've made some strides. I also coach and mentor entrepreneurs with a program I call Scale Mastery, because I do want to see businesses scale. We have to scale. We have to change this African narrative. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's been a great time.
Special guest of honor, very distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Listening to our keynote speaker, Ms. Mutahi, has shown to us that a keynote speech does not have to have all those things that bore you to death. That all you need is your personal story. I teach public speaking, and I know that storytelling is one of the most powerful gifts that Africans have. And so to start with her personal story, we literally were eating out of her hands. We heard about her scars and how she doesn't carry them on her shoulder. We heard about being prepared. You don't have to be big. Small, you can be nimble. We learned about how to manage yourself, learn the policy. We learned that you must have a foundation and you must collaborate, because to go together with other people is one of the most important things. We learned that we have to focus and thrive. Context, compliance, capacity, collaborations. We learned that you have to have purpose and to enjoy what you do. And that you can take a jump even if you don't have anything at the other end. And without funding, she took a jump first into salt, then she went into tea with no knowledge whatsoever. And because it was a passion, she thrived. It's like having a conversation with your bibi or your nyanya, which is grandmother in Swahili. We have listened to her share her friendship, her knowledge, her passion, and give us a 30-day challenge. Ms. Mutahi, what an incredible keynote speech. A round of applause for her. We're extremely pleased that you were not throwing the figures at us, but you were telling us a story and how we can rise from wherever we are and become better entrepreneurs. We congratulate you and we sincerely thank you. With that being said, it means that what she has said today will be well positioned in the conversations that follow, because she has set the tone. And really, honestly, for me, I listened intently. And even if I didn't want to go and start a business, I'm thinking about it now, even though I'm a consultant on the other end. But I'm thinking, what can I sell? What do I have passion for? How can I become an MSME myself? Because when you listen to Ms. Mutahi, all you want to do is become one. Go and find a business quickly and start to turn it around. Even if your family says, well, we didn't send you, you lost your job. Who are you looking for funding from now? You just tell yourself, I can't fail, and you keep at it. Just keep going. I'd like to introduce and greet Prince Nduka Opaikbena, Chairman, Editor-in-Chief this day, Arise Media Group, who is represented today by my brother and friend, Mr. Bayo Awushimo, Deputy Managing Director, Arise TV. Mr. Awushimo, we thank you for being here. Where are you? Welcome. We truly believe that everything we do here is for the purpose of building stronger for MSMEs. And as we continue to move in the discourse, we will show that we have learned, we've benefited, and we will run with whatever we pick up today. Now, the post-keynote discourse is going to take place now. The media will be regaling you with the information concerning the speakers. Earlier on, I was pretty blindsided about the fact that we had her clip and her bio on the video. However, I think for a keynote speaker, if we have 2 levels of introduction, it's not so bad, was it? I don't think it was that bad. I think we did extremely well to get there. But before we invite those who are going to be discussing the post keynote, let us have a video by the keynote speaker that will tell you a little bit more about her story and her business. And I think media has it. Would you like to play it right away, please? Thank you very much.
Was actually a company I created straight after college. I guess having grown up in tea fields and grown up in tea, it remained close to my heart. And Kenyan tea at the time was available in the market, but was really only just packaged as black Kenyan tea. So Melvin's tea came out and we decided to flavor the tea. So we take our tea and add naturally ground herbs and spices into the tea and package it ready for the customer. Now tea impact touches about 10% of the Kenyan population. If you look at the whole value chain. So if you look at when you're growing the tea, the laborers come in, you're able to pay them, they're able to actually pluck right all year round because it's not a seasonal crop. So it has ebbs and flows, but right all year round, they're able to educate children, take them to school, and you tend to find once somebody begins plucking tea, they do not move. They stay there and they age really. The tea actually gives them enough revenue to actually live as a country. I would like to share some of this Kenyan magic with the rest of the world. As Melvin's Tea continues to package single-sourced Kenyan tea from the farm directly to the shelf and to the consumers globally. In effect, this will actually continue to uplift the lives of the farmer, their family, and the whole ecosystem surrounding the tea, which actually is over 10% of the Kenyan population that actually derives its livelihood around our tea crops. Enjoy the perfect cup of Melvin's tea, 2 leaves and above, in your cup, in your home.